Today, I'm going to show you a super simple way to make dramatic black and white photos. Let's get started. If you'd like to follow along with me, I've left a download link for today's photo in the video description. To turn this photo into a dramatic black and white, we first need to turn it into a regular black and white. To do this, apply an HSL adjustment, and then bring the saturation down to 0%. Next, we'll begin to add some dramatic flair to the photo by applying a curves adjustment. Using this adjustment, we'll apply an S-curve. That means we'll bring the shadows down and the highlights up. I think that's a little too extreme though, so let's tone down the S-curve. Here's a before and after of the curves adjustment. Next, we're going to add a black border. To do this, we'll first need to expand our document, which we can do by cropping outwards. So press C for the crop tool, and then crop outwards until you've added a nice border to your photo. Then press Enter to confirm your crop. Now we're ready to make our black border, which will blend into the rest of the photo. First, make a new pixel layer. Then press B to get out the paintbrush. Give your brush a nice large size, 100% flow and opacity, and 0% hardness. Also, make sure that the paint color is black. Now we're going to paint on the edges of the photo to make our black border. After the edges are black, use the left bracket key to make your brush smaller. Then carefully paint on the edges of the photo to begin blending the photo with the black border. Next, we're going to blend the photo and border even more by giving our brush 10% flow. This makes it so each of our paint strokes will only apply 10% of our paint, allowing us to precisely add the exact amount of paint that we want. For this step, I like to work on a new pixel layer in case I want to remove any of the painting that I do. Now we'll carefully paint over her neck and shoulder and blend her into the black border. That looks so much better. And as a small tip for you, if you ever paint too much, you can press E for the eraser tool, then erase any painting you've done. That's the beauty of working on new pixel layers, because it allows us to erase the painting we've done without erasing the actual photo. At this point, our photo is looking really good, but I want to show you a few more tips to really polish this dramatic effect. First, I want to show you my favorite trick for blending her hair with the black border. For this trick, we'll make another pixel layer, and then paint black across her hair. Next, we'll make it so just her hair's highlights are visible. To do this, we'll use blend ranges. Blend ranges are an advanced tool, but I'll show you exactly what you need to do for this effect. But if you want to learn more about blend ranges, I'll link my full blend range tutorial in the video description. So to use blend ranges, press on this gear icon. Then bring the highlights node down so that our black paint is no longer applied to the highlights in her hair. We can already see her hair's highlights again, But if you want even more of her hair's shine to come through, you can drag this node over to the left. Perfect! I think that looks amazing. Next, I want to give our photo a more moody look. To do this, we'll apply another curves adjustment. With this adjustment, we're going to bring the shadow node up. As we do so, you can see that the photo begins to turn gray because the darkest parts of the photo are being brightened. This step is totally optional, but I think adding gray gives the photo a nice sense of drama. And for our final step, I want to show you how to redarken any areas that have become too bright. First, apply another curves adjustment. Then darken the image. Now we'll invert this layer by pressing Command or Control-I. Then with the paintbrush tool, we can paint in white over the areas that we want the darkening effect applied to. If you look more closely, you can see that this adjustment is being applied to the black border we made in addition to the model. That's making the black background look inconsistent since some areas are now darker than others. To fix this, we'll make the curves adjustment a child layer to the original photo by dragging it down and to the right. That makes it so the curves adjustment will only affect the model's photo, not the black border we created. Now that that's taken care of, I'm going to do a little more painting. That looks so much better. Here's the photo that we started with, and here's what we were able to do in Affinity Photo. If you want to learn more Affinity tricks, be sure to check out my free course in the video description, where you'll learn 10 simple steps to make any photo amazing. Well, thanks for watching, my friends, and I'll see you in the next Affinity Revolution tutorial.